If you play Animal Crossing and you're anything like me, this has probably happened to you. You've been fishing for a while and you think to yourself, man, I've got a pretty good streak going. So you look at your achievements and realize that you're at your personal best for the Castmaster achievement. The pressure is mounting, but you've come this far, so catching another 19 fish without prematurely hitting the A button shouldn't be too bad. I'm sure the pressure won't get to you. It's fine. I messed up a few more times, but now I've got my groove back and I got my streak back up, and I won't make the same mistakes this time. We're already about 30 fish, so it shouldn't be that hard to... The first step is to get a controller that will help you automate the fishing process. I bought the cheapest Switch controller I could find on Amazon and took the plastic shell off. Then I removed the vibration motors from the left and right side of the controller. These controllers have what is essentially a piece of metal on the bottom of each button that completes a circuit on the PCB beneath. I sanded off the coating on the PCB and soldered a lead onto each conductive strip that makes up the A button. Now I can touch these two wires together and they complete the circuit to press the button. I need a way to control when the button is pressed, so I used a single relay board and connected one wire to the normally open channel and the other to the common channel on the relay. When I send a signal to the relay, the switch is flipped and the circuit is connected across the normally open and common channels. Once I had a way to press the button electronically, I had to figure out a way to trigger the button press. I thought about doing something with the audio coming from the fish, but my audio processing shield stopped working for no reason, so instead I figured I would rely on the vibrations that the fish cause. We can determine when the controller is supposed to be vibrating by monitoring the solder points that the vibration motor was originally attached to. I made a voltage divider out of two resistors and connected them to the PCB as shown in this diagram. The voltage divider does exactly what it sounds like. It divides the voltage coming from the controller such that a proportional and lower voltage goes to the microcontroller pins. This enables us to detect when the vibrating motor would normally be receiving power from the controller, like when the fish hits the bait and pulls it underwater. After collecting some data on a few dozen fish, I realized that when the fish hit the bait without taking it, the vibration lasts about 240 milliseconds, but when it takes the bait, the vibrations are cut short to about 195 milliseconds. I set up the Arduino to detect these shorter pulses and trigger the relay board when the fish took the bait. It took some trial and error to get the timing just right, and I ended up upgrading the Arduino Uno to a Teensy 3.2, which is basically a very powerful Arduino. Here's my final wiring diagram with the Teensy now in place. The last step of the process is to write some code that casts the line for me. I repeatedly check the input from my serial monitor and my Arduino IDE, and when I press enter, the Teensy will toggle the relay a single time, resulting in a cast. Now we're good to go, so let's see if we can beat that streak and become a cast master. A few hours later and we're at a 92 fish streak, so let's catch those last 8 fish and we'll be done. There you have it, guys. All the code and the circuit diagram is available on my GitHub, which is linked in the description. If you enjoyed the video or have suggestions for another one, feel free to leave a comment about what you might like to see next.